Okay, after you've dragged your contents of your SD card to your desktop or your hard drive, eject your SD card and then you're ready to start editing, or at least open Premiere. So open Adobe. You want to make sure you're on the Create tab here. We want to create a new project. We're going to call this Editing. And I'm going to choose the location where I'm going to save it. I hit Browse, choose wherever. I'm going to hit Save this to my desktop. Hit OK. So I've named my project and I've saved it to the desktop. So this opens up there's two main windows that you want to see open. If anything gets closed, everything is in this window pull down menu. You want to make sure you have the media browser open, and you also want to make sure you have a project open. The way you get to your files that we just saved on our desktop is through the media browser. We need to import the files into our project. So I'm going to go to the local drive, users, has my name, then I'm going to go to the desktop, and that private folder, I'm going to open the private folder and AVCHD. That has all my files I shot. That's the path, how we get our files into our project. We use the media browser. Now I'm going to hit Command A, and I'm going to right click and import all those files into my project. Alright, so I've imported. Now I go to my project tab and I can see all the files that I've imported. I can double click on one and I can grab this blue playhead and play it back and forth. I want to lay down, let's say, 20 to 30 seconds of B-roll of my story. This story is on the pink out for breast cancer. So when I put my playhead right here, you got to have the cute little kid. I'm going to hit I on my keyboard and mark an in point. Drag this down a little bit and mark O on my keyboard. So from my in point to my out point is 19 seconds and 20 frames. This number means where on the clip my playhead is. So if I bring it down here and mark another out point, this clip is 3 seconds long. So let's say I want to use this. To send it down to my timeline, I'm going to hit comma on the keyboard. Or just drag and drop it down. If I hit the backslash key above the return key on my keyboard, it makes it so I can see everything on my keyboard. So this will be on my timeline. This is my timeline. This window is where I view everything on my timeline. This window right here is where I view everything in my clips. So I grab the playhead and I drag it to the end of that first clip, and I can tell I'm at the end because I can see these white triangles right there. I'm at the very last frame. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to look for another clip, and I want a couple second clip of this. I'm going to mark an in point, hit I on the keyboard. If I want a 3-second shot, I come over here and I'm going to hit plus 3 seconds, and you have to put 00 frames. So it's not 300 seconds, it's 3 seconds and 00 frames. Now I'm going to hit enter. Then this playhead jumped down 3 seconds down the line. I'm going to hit O on my keyboard and mark an out point. Right here tells me from my in point to my out point is 3 seconds. To put it down to the timeline, I'm going to hit comma on the keyboard. Then I'm going to hit the backslash. See how I accidentally put it on a different audio track? That's no problem. I just drag it right up. So now I'm going to go through here. I'm going to pick a bunch of shots for my B-roll because, you know, I want to see good footage while I'm talking about it. So I like this guy. So I'm going to mark that as my in point with I on the keyboard. I want a 4-second shot. I'm going to type 4, whoops. I'm going to type plus 4 seconds and 00 frames, hit enter. My playhead jumps down 4 seconds, and now I'm going to hit O on the keyboard. I have a 4-second shot. I can either send it down to the timeline by hitting this button or comma on my keyboard. I send it down. I hit the backslash so I see everything. If I look at my playhead right here, on my timeline, where that playhead is right there. It's 9 seconds and 25 frames. There's 30 frames in a second, so I'm almost 10 seconds worth. Now I'm going to go find another shot. I'm going to mark an in point. Hit play. I'm going to hit the space bar to stop and mark an out point. That is almost a 4-second long shot. To send it down to the timeline, I want it to go right here. I'm going to hit comma. Then I'm going to hit backslash above the return key so I can see everything in my timeline. So right now I have almost 14 seconds worth. I need to go through and find some more shots. Here's a good sign in Spanish, so I'm going to mark an in point right there, hit play.
Because she will never be alone today, tomorrow, or in the future because of you and because...
I'm going to mark an out point. That's about a 5-second shot. I'm going to drag it back a little bit, mark another out point, hit the comma, and send it to the timeline. So far, all that, I've gone 19 seconds down. Now, if I'm going too fast, then hit pause, hit stop on this QuickTime file, rewind it, or grab the playhead and drag it back, and go through the steps again. So let me find another shot that I want to use that I haven't used yet. I don't believe I've used this back shot of him. So I'm going to start on the sign. That's going to be my in point. I'm going to let it move to their back. That's going to be my out point. From my in point to my out point is about 2 seconds. I'm going to make it a little bit longer by hitting play. I don't like that, so I'm going to go back a little bit to right there and mark that as my out point. Send it down to the timeline by hitting the comma key. So right now I'm at 22 seconds. I'm going to take this all the way to 25 seconds worth. Your project, you may need it longer. I don't think I use this one. I like this shot right here. These gals chanting. I'm going to mark an in point, drag the playhead down, mark an out point. That's a little over 4 seconds worth. Hitting the comma on my keyboard, I'm going to send it down. So right now I have 26 seconds. I think you're getting an idea of how to send things down to the timeline. I grab this playhead and I can watch what I did.
Your daughter's growing up. Your daughter's life be different. You want to talk? We stand with Planned Parenthood tomorrow.
Are attacks on the basic people they serve.
Because she will never be alone today, tomorrow, or in the future because of you and because...
Women's health matters. Women's health matters. Women's health matters.
So that's my shots right there. If you notice, you hear a lot of talking and it's real loud. This is for B-roll for you to talk over and say, I went to the protest today. The way we adjust the audio is I'm going to highlight all my clips. I'm going to right-click on my clips and go all the way down to audio gain. For B-roll, I want to go the 4th one down and adjust it to, I'm going to type in -25 and then hit enter. Now I come over here. Now it's a lot lower. If I wanted to fine tune it and make it quieter, see when I put the cursor right in between these two audio clips right here, I can drag it open, and if I wanted to make this softer, I drag it down, or louder, I drag it up. So always, after you adjust the audio, play it and see if it's too loud. right here somebody's talking, so I could drag it down a little bit. You always want to have audio playing when your video is playing. No audio is not good. You want to hear something going on in the background. So now you got an idea of how to put clips together. Let me show you how to export this so you can put it on YouTube and play it out while you're in Studio A during your show. So I click down here in my timeline, and I can tell I'm clicked down in here because I see this blue line, this blue border around it. So I click down in here. Then I'm going to go to File, Export. I'm going to export the media. I want the format to be on H.264. I want the preset to be, I'm going to go all the way down to the bottom to YouTube 1080. Then what I like to do is on this audio tab right here, I'm going to change the stereo to mono. So that way I hear the same thing out of both speakers. Then I'm going to choose to export the entire sequence. The last thing, this blue number right here says what the name of the file is and where it's going. If I click on that, I'm going to send this to my desktop, and I'm going to call this B-roll for my story. And I'm going to hit save and export. After you're done exporting this, you can post it on YouTube and then play it off in Studio A. Thanks, and always remember, if you have any questions, please see one of the production supervisors in the Media Center. We'll be glad to help you out. Thank you. Then I can close my Premiere project. First, I'd want to definitely save it. Premiere, quit. Here is the story that I just exported, and now I'm ready to upload this onto YouTube. Thank you.